Hey everybody, tonight we're diving into a world that's wilder than a Wall Street frat party after a winning trade, the world of commerce. Now, before you reach for the remote, this isn't about boring stock prices or tedious taxes. This is about the wacky, fictional world we've built on top of the real one. Think about it, we live in two worlds at the same time. There's the natural world, trees, mountains, squirrels, stealing your snacks at the park, the real stuff. But then there's this other world, a world made of paper, contracts, and digital records. This is the commercial world, and it's where things get interesting. This commercial world isn't tangible like a tree or a mountain. It exists because we say it exists. It's built on agreements, records, and those little things called accounts, the kind you obsessively check after buying that questionable as seen on TV product at 3 a.m. So buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride through the looking glass of commerce. We'll explore how this system works, who the players are, and just how much of you is actually a figment of the commercial world's imagination. All right, let's talk about this commercial world. It's like a giant game of Monopoly, but instead of boardwalk, we've got corporations, and instead of those adorable little metal pieces, we've got, well, ourselves. But here's the catch. You can't just stroll into the commercial world wearing your pajamas and fuzzy bunny slippers. You need a representative, a commercial you. And how is this commercial you created? Through records, accounts, and legal mumbo-jumbo. Imagine a giant filing cabinet. For every person in the commercial world, there's a file. This file is your commercial profile. It's got your name, your address, maybe even your social security number if you've been extra naughty. This file is your key to playing in the game of commerce. But who controls these files? Who are the bankers in this giant game of commercial monopoly? Well, that's where the government comes in, but we'll get to that later. First, let's take a detour to a place that knows a thing or two about digital profiles. Facebook. The social media platform that's like that friend who always overshares, but you keep around because, well, you've been friends since kindergarten. But Facebook, as much as we love to hate it, is actually a pretty good example of how the commercial world works. Think about it. When you sign up for Facebook, what do? You create a profile, right? You give them your name, maybe upload a picture of your cat, because everyone loves cat pictures, and boom, you're in. You exist in the digital world of Facebook. The commercial world is kind of like that, but instead of cat pictures, it's your financial history. When you're born, you're given a birth certificate. This isn't just a cute memento for your scrapbook, it's your registration in the commercial world. It's your way of saying, hey, I'm here, I'm ready to play the game. But here's the kicker. Just like Facebook owns your digital profile, someone, somewhere, has ownership of your commercial profile. Section 4, the birth certificate, your ticket to the commercial game. Let's talk about the birth certificate, the document that's more important than you probably realize. It's like that golden ticket in Willy Wonka, except instead of a chocolate factory, it grants you access to the thrilling world of paying bills and taxes. See, that piece of paper isn't just proof you were born, it's a legal document that creates a person in the eyes of the commercial world. Think of it like this. There's the real you, the one who eats pizza and binge watches bad reality TV, and then there's the commercial you. This commercial you is the one with the bank account, the credit score, and the mortgage. This commercial you is tied to your birth certificate. It's how the government and corporations interact with you in the commercial world. It's how they track your financial activity and know where to send those delightful jury duty notices. But here's the million-dollar question. If the birth certificate creates a commercial person, who owns that person? The answer, folks, might just surprise you. Section 5, who owns you, the state and its fictional citizens. This is where things get a little weird, folks. See, in the commercial world, the lines between reality and fiction get a little blurry. Remember that commercial person we talked about, the one tied to your birth certificate? Well, in many ways, that person is considered property of the state. I know, right? It sounds like something out of a dystopian novel, but think about it. The government creates this commercial person, gives it rights and privileges within the commercial world, and sets the rules for how this person can interact in the system. That's not to say you're a robot or that the government controls your every move. You're still free to make your own choices and live your life. But in the eyes of the commercial world, that commercial person is very much a creation of the state. And you know what else is a creation of the state? Money. That's right, those dollar bills in your wallet aren't just pieces of paper. They represent something much bigger and weirder than you might think. Section 6 money, we're all on the government's tab. We've all heard the phrase money makes the world go round, but what exactly is money? It's not gold anymore. It's not even really tied to anything tangible. So, what gives those green pieces of paper value? The answer is simple. The government says so, that's it. Money is essentially an IOU from the government. It's a promise to pay, backed by, well, the government's word and its ability to enforce taxes. Think of it like this. You're at a restaurant and the government is picking up the tab for everyone. They give you these little slips of paper, money, that you can use to trade for goods and services. The restaurant trusts those slips of paper because they know the government will honor them. So there you have it. Money is just a giant government-sanctioned IOU system. It's a fictional concept that only works because we all agree to pretend it's real. And that, my friends, is the wacky, weird, and sometimes unsettling world of commerce. It's a world built on fiction, trust, and a whole lot of government-issued IOUs.